Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris. So in this part we are going to be finishing up the Neverend Starfleet. They're more or less done. They're missing probably a cruiser. Yeah. And in fact, we could afford to go ahead and get them that cruiser right now, it looks like. And we probably will do that. Let me go ahead and get my timer set up. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and get them their last cruiser purchased. We are ever so slowly making our way towards getting this last colony linked up with the rest of our borders. After that, we are probably mostly just going to focus on trying to secure our border up here. With the Marauders, and then potentially make some claims for territory over here. Probably not a whole lot. If anything, I might only claim like these 3 territories initially. Maybe go up here actually. I don't know. We'll figure out exactly how I decide to do that later. I don't currently have the influence to really afford that, especially since I kind of need the influence for other stuff as well right now. If I wasn't needing to use the influence for other stuff, though, I probably would make a change. Sell a bunch of minerals since we hit the cap.
Anomaly found.
Wonderful. Go ahead and check it out, since it's only going to take you about 2 months. Well, a little over. But whatever, about 2 months. Get another mining district built there. Is there anything I can do to further increase food production here at Zempek? Not right now. It's fine. No, I don't care to do that. You know, what we will do, though, is swap out both of those mining districts for agricultural districts. I'd kind of prefer to have the extra food, to be honest, even though we're making quite a bit. I would still prefer to have that extra food, especially since Zempek is slightly more kitted out for food production. Complete. Compared to mineral production. And if I didn't really need the energy credits right now, I probably would have made swapped out the generator districts for agricultural districts instead, but I still kind of need the energy credits.
System survey complete.
So can't quite afford to just let that go. Go ahead and check that out, actually. So, yeah, had to make a choice there, and I decided I don't really need the extra minerals from those districts. I'm gonna go ahead and kick the game up to 3 speed. Or, well, so technically I guess it's 5, actually. Yeah, technically 5. I always refer to them as 3. I don't know why, because in theory it would be 2. If you decide to have normal speed be 0, which obviously doesn't really make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Realistically, you should probably count from 1, with the slowest option being 1, but whatever. I always just call fastest 3 speed. Okay, you continue getting this little area done. You almost got it. Okay, well, game that doesn't really matter to me. So, Democritus 3 is currently going through a series of rapid seismic changes that are transforming the formerly pristine environment into an unrecognizable hellscape. Deep rifts, some spanning entire continents, are forming across its surface, spewing sulfuric gases and noxious liquids from deep within the crust. Satellite data shows strong bursts of sonic energy pulsating from the planet's inner core, as from a heart beating. I don't recall anything supposed to be coming out here. I'm assuming nothing's coming out. That's just an event that I actually have never seen before.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
There we go. We got the reverse engineering of minor artifacts. Let's get living state. I kind of would love to have the extra influence from factions there. We successfully passed buzzword standardization for whatever that's worth. That's extra trade value, yes, I suppose it is worth something. It does make my bureaucrats a little bit more expensive to keep around, but we'll live. I kind of would love to get the Galactic Council up to the top, but I can't quite do it. I'm what? About 700 points short of getting it in second place, and if I can get it at least in second place, I can go and oppose the readied shield temporarily, or abstain even, to get the Galactic Council into first place. But that's not something I can really do right now. I need the other people who are voting in favor of the Galactic Council to up their strength. Another shockwave of earthquakes has struck Democritus 3, cracking the lithosphere open and expelling more toxic gases and sludge that now blanket the surface, smothering all living things. Changes to Democritus 3 are both irreversible and substantial enough to render the planet uninhabitable within the near future. Meanwhile, the rhythmic pulses from the planet's core are growing in strength. A tragedy.
Construction complete.
Oh, I apparently completely failed to do this.
Construction complete.
Ooh. The Grenu are alive in this one. Oh no, never mind. No, they're not. It said distress signal, so I thought, oh wait, they're alive. No, they're not. They're not. Change of plans. Go ahead and check out that system. You know, go survey it first and then research the project there. Because it doesn't really matter what order you do it in, but let's learn about the system first. Oh shit, okay, it spawned over here this time. I swear it spawned over here when I did a test run that actually went long enough for this thing to spawn. Or maybe I'm confusing with something. Actually, you know what? I might be confusing it with a different thing. I think we're going to have two Leviathans that spawn down in this region. One's this one. Also, that construction ship is going to want to run like hell. I'm just going to cheese it a little, give him a chance to get the hell out of Dodge. So, Democritus 3 is no more. A final sequence of violent ruptures has cracked the planet open, and from its empty shell crawls the newborn form of a creature of unimaginable proportions. Goes against all sense. Still, there is no way of explaining it. Somehow, what we mistook for a world was not a world at all, but an egg that has now hatched a nightmarish void spawn into the galaxy. It's an abomination. You go ahead and move on to a new territory. As it ever
The
so
apostates are after our
slowly tries to get
spaceport.
out of there. Now, I was able to take down the thing that spawned over here in that test run with both of my fleets. I don't know if they were any stronger than they are right now. If I'm going to be honest, they might have been. There's no real way of knowing for certain. But I kind of think they might have been. That reminds me. Now that we have that whole reverse engineer arcane technology thing, let's do that. Oh, that's interesting. This is a quick little permanent thing we're going to go ahead and do real quick to fund Arcane Research Institute. This will give us precursor archaeologists that will turn consumer goods into research points and minor artifacts, and more minor artifacts being gained on a regular basis means I can reverse engineer arcane technology pretty much up until the end of the game, or we stop getting technology from it. And Secrets of the Bowel is also a nice thing. Okay, and I can't afford both and still reverse engineer. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's fund Arcane Research Institute. Let's get the Secrets of the Bowel. And let's reverse engineer arcane technology. That gave us the Central Research Bureau, or at least a bit of research towards it, rather. Which I didn't really care for that tech at the end of the day, so thank you, game. Secrets of the Bowel can be done fairly quickly. Let's go ahead and do that. And sell a whole bunch of minerals again.
Survey complete.
Oh, and you destroyed my outpost.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
There we go. Better reactors, for whatever that's worth. Not able to build an energy nexus even if I research it right now. A little more inclined to just go for stuff that'll get me more weapons. So I want to say it's going to be plasma accelerators for really the only thing that's worthwhile there. But that's going to take forever. I don't really care for them. Let's just go for mining lasers. That won't take nearly as long to research, but also is not nearly as useful, but I don't really care that much right now for it. Ah, because you added the improved bombardment thing, yes. So you're losing a little bit of damage. I don't really care for that. You're fine without it for now. Although I will say, let's maybe give you... Ooh, can I give you fire control? I can, wonderful. And I can't put anything in that last slot. That probably made you very expensive. Oh no, that's only 10. That's actually kind of cheap. That's cheaper than improved bombardment. It's obviously not as good as improved bombardment, but nonetheless, it's still pretty good. Oh, here we go. So let's go ahead and abstain from voting for the readied shield, because right now Galactic Council is in the lead by about 300 points. So we can get that. And I'd kind of like to go ahead and get the council formed. Are you... Okay, you're just going to patrol that system. Good.
Our ships have been improved.
Wonderful. That's, if anything, a fairly minor improvement. Maybe a couple 100 points at best. I wasn't paying attention to where they were prior to actually doing that research. So, may not have been as useful as it could have potentially been. Oh, have I, out of curiosity... I don't recall. Did we research? No, we didn't. At least I don't think we did. Oh, no, we did. Once you're done researching Grenier, or surveying the
Construction
Grenier
complete.
system, I'm gonna have you check out that wormhole. If I recall correctly, I already know where it leads, unless it opens up a different wormhole this time, but I don't think the game does that. I believe at game start, where each wormhole connects is determined right then and there.
Special project complete.
So we got epigenic triggers, and the Secrets of the Bubble modifier decreases terraforming cost. Useful.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Not the most useful, and there we go. Okay, that gave us the ability to uplift for whatever that's worth for us right now. I don't think it really is. Mostly because I
System
actually don't
survey
have the
complete.
ability to even do any gene tailoring anyway. Oh wait, never mind. That's uplifting. So I could uplift these guys. Where the hell are you anyway? I know you're on one of these colonies. Okay, you're here. Are you even worth getting? Not really. At least not right now. Maybe I'll uplift you in the future just for the heck of it, but yeah, no real use to doing that. Ooh, precursor mines and precursor ruins. The mines are lots of minerals. Yes, I'm gonna love this world. And the ruins are decreased building costs and extra pops when establishing colony. I don't know how that works, but okay. And precursor battleground ruins. Yeah, I like this world. We're gonna terraform it at some point. Oh, and that finished off a tech here, so I guess we'll go for Burrow for the admin capacity, because our techs are a little expensive as a result of being so far above our admin capacity. We got precursor shipyard, so this will be a nice place to have be a central shipyard basically for our empire. Also gives us the research option for triple probe search patterns. Don't know what that'll give us. Let's read it. That is survey speed. Not super useful, but we'll get it eventually. And yes, I will pay to extend our deal. I am actually missing a little bit. Oh God, I've got some pirates. I'll deal with them later. Oh, they're literally right next door. Screw it. Go ahead, take care of them right now. It's not going to require you to really do anything.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
I kind of expected them to be a little bit further away. Let's get... let's get exotic gas extraction. We need to get that. I was going to say let's get the PD destroyers. I might build some down the line. Not right now. But gas extraction wells and the ability to actually exploit exotic gases is much more useful. So that gets us the defense station, which looks exactly the same as the defense platform with this mod, at least. I'll just leave that there with that design because I don't really care. Doesn't make a particularly... doesn't really have any real effect on us. That's fine. If we build any of those, that'll... wow, those are actually decent strength pirates at a little over 1k. I mean, it didn't do them any good, but, you know, for pirates, they were actually pretty well equipped. Capital Complex on Grenier Prime, which is admin capacity, yes. And it's a tomb world, and we have 26% habitability there, apparently. That's actually better than I expected. I think we're going to go and colonize Grenier Prime in the very near future. Grenier 3 is going to have to wait a while because I'm going to have to terraform it first.
Construction complete.
You have unemployed pops. I will build you a cheapo research district for now because I can't build you
System survey complete.
a actual research lab or upgrade one of our existing research labs. You know what? I'm gonna let you continue building this out. It costs me basically nothing to build a new, nope, not colony ship, a new construction ship. Also, oh, you have to go up there. Yeah, no, that little bit of progress towards afterburners isn't really worth it.
System survey complete.
Wonderful. You get that little bit of, you do whatever
Construction complete.
project is there. You go there. We've almost finished this all off. And the Senate is now voting on... I'll give you minerals because I don't really need them. So the Senate is currently voting on the Galactic Council. Institute the increased
Special
benefits.
project
I don't care.
complete.
I'll read that later, 1 second. Now let's go ahead and start supporting the readied shield again. So let's see, the ISS Ellerir crew have traced the Grineer distress signal to its source, uncovering a crumbling Grineer research facility hanging in orbit of an otherwise long-abandoned planet. The facility is reaching critical energy failure, having survived for millions of years on an extensive network of solar panels and decaying auto repair systems, all of which are now approaching terminal status. Shockingly enough, scans of the facility are revealing the presence of a single life form. The crew have dispatched an away team and are ready to report. On screen. Deep in the dilapidated ruins of the time-worn Grineer research facility, among the long-defunct computer panels and deteriorated research equipment, our ship's crew has made an incredible find. Pin-cushioned by nutrient tubes and critically failing life support systems lies one single organism, the last Baul. Miraculously still alive, surrounded by the sludgy remains of other specimens in a row of cracked and leaking vats. Owing to our extensive previous archaeological studies of the species, we should be able to attempt communications with this last specimen. Then let us try. A visitor? Can it be? The Baul shudders in its vat, but you were not the ones who put us here. Though you come as the alarm sound, have you come to give us peace at last? Perhaps. But first, we have a few questions. The Baul is silent for several minutes, then ask. We have waited millennia. We can endure a moment more. Tell us about yourself. Long minutes pass before the Baul responds. Ourself. Yes. What is there to tell? We sat beneath the stars on soft earth, unfurled our leaves like sails to the sun overhead. We remember every drop of water that quenched them in the parched summers, every shivering horror that blanketed them in winters. We bent in the wind as the stars wheeled overhead. We were uprooted. We were burned. We were sliced. We were left here. We watched our others rot in their glass prisons. What happened to the Baul? Again, the Baul is silent. There is long silent before managing a reply. When the burners came, entire colonies were silenced before the danger was known to us, like a limb gone limp, nerves cut suddenly and totally at the base. And then we lost the next, and the next, and the next. One by one their voices left the chorus. We lost our others, their silence deafened us who remained. Can you understand, visitor? We could not bear to hear more agony. The burners were swift, like you, swifter. And before we could withdraw, they had set us all aflame, all burnt to ash, and the air filled with that gray agony, the dust of our loss. We've heard enough. Wait, the Baul trembles. Before it all ends, our kin, please. We have been sealed here for so long, blind to all but this room, watching the stale air slowly wear the station down to its metal bones. Tell us, does our kind yet live? In a sense, though they are no longer sapient. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the leaves of the last Baul shrivel in on themselves, just a little more, perhaps Perhaps that is best. The machine pumping mysterious fluids in and out of the creature's body begin to sputter and hiss. It is clearly on its last mechanical gasp, and the moon will perish without it. Silence, yes, at last it approaches. We welcome it, as our brethren did so long ago. Farewell, Anfulan. May your kin endure less agony in this world. Farewell. And that gets us a nice little relic. That gives us a pop growth speed of plus 10% as its passive effect, and unlocks the decision for a new Baul life seeding, granting the ability to turn one non-Ecumenopolis, non-Hive world, non-machine planet into a Gaia world. You know, that kind of sounds useful. Now, my question is that repeatable? Because, I mean, you say it's one non-Ecumenopolis, non-Hive mind, non-machine world planet, but is that per use, or is it literally you can only use it once in the entire game? I've not used it. I will probably do a test just to see. But if any of you happen to know, feel free to leave a comment down in the description below, or not in the description below, but down in the comment section below, and let me know. Because I am curious. Like I said, I'll probably do a test run, because by the time this video goes up, I probably would have already done it, but who the hell knows. But yes, so we now have that for what its use will be. We're not going to use it right now. There's literally no reason for us to do that. Go back to excavating random crap. Let's get those mining drone lasers researched.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Any new nice techs? Not, well, the research institute is kind of useful. Yeah, let's get that. Between those options, that is the most useful.
Construction complete.
There is a lot of housing here. Or rather, available housing, more accurately. I don't think you really need those city districts, to be honest. Well, they give you clerk jobs, which are useful. Suppose I can leave them be. Yeah, I'll just leave them be, because they do serve a purpose. There we go. Now we're not losing any consumer goods anymore.
Construction complete.
Get you another farming district, get you another generator district. You are still lacking 5.
System survey complete.
Or you still have 5 unemployed worker tier pops, and I can't really do anything about it. Would love to if I could, but I can't.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
I could build an administrative... You know what? I'm going to build an administrative office in Zempek. Clone armies, and that gets us small orbital drop pods, which are a useful tech, potentially. Let's see. That is not the fastest thing to research. Let's get the alien zoo.
Construction complete.
It's not... So... You can only deploy those, as far as I can tell, on carriers, and we haven't researched the first tier of carriers. The escort carrier, I believe, is what the class is called. So I wouldn't be able to use those anyway right now. Nor have I really messed around with them. I don't know really how good they are compared to, you know, building actual armies. You became stubborn. I don't really care. Two more months and then we can get the exotic gases. Oh, wait. Okay, there's my timer. Where the hell did I send that guy? Shoot. It was the Ellery, right? Yes. I meant to tell you to go and explore that wormhole. I completely forgot that was my plan.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
There we go. Yeah, let's get the strike cruisers. I need that anyway to get the escort carrier, I believe. Let's go ahead and sell a bunch of minerals because I don't need them. I can wait to double back and get a bunch of these exotic gases. Not that we have a whole lot within our empire. Anyway, we have what? 1, 2. That's actually it. There might be some up here that I don't know about, but yeah, we only have 2 deposits of exotic gases within our empire right now. There's a 3rd one over here that I could get, and a 4th one as well, actually. But yeah, we really don't have a whole heck of a lot of exotic gases that we can get. I don't think any of our colonies happen to have the ability to build the processing plants or whatever they're called here. Yeah. I'm fairly certain of that. So yeah, we're gonna sort of struggle to get exotic gases. Particularly in the early game. Let's see, what do I know about you? You've got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. That's an additional 4, 5. So you got an additional 5 that I could get within your empire, bringing me up to 9 if I get all of mine. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I missed you, so another 5. So, yeah, we're gonna have to beat the crap out of our neighbors to get exotic gases. That's the way that's gonna have to work. At least, that's how it looks so far. Obviously, things could potentially change, but I don't think it's gonna change a whole lot. I think we are gonna be more or less stuck with the whole beat the crap out of our neighbors for exotic gases. Not that that matters, that's just a nice excuse to justify it. The reality is we'd beat the crap out of our neighbors anyway. Now we just have an excuse for it. It's because we need more resources. And I'd rather have direct control of those resources rather than buying them on the open market, where prices will fluctuate, and I'd rather not have to deal with that. Especially since I can't really quickly adjust my how much I'm producing to meet my demands. Either way, that is going to be it for this part. I will see you all next time, where we will go ahead and colonize or build an outpost in the Grenier system. We might actually go and even colonize Grenier Prime. It depends. It's a tomb world. That means we're going to need to spend extra resources. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But we will eventually colonize it, just maybe not right now. Heck, you know what? That sounds like a great place to potentially even use the Last Baul's active effect to turn Grenier Prime into a Gaia world instead of a tomb world. We might do that. I don't know. Again, we'll see. It all entirely depends upon how this all works out. And I really want to know if that active effect is a once per use, Or rather, if that decision is a once per use, or if it's literally you can only use it once in the entire game, no matter what. In which case, it's not really the most useful relic. Also don't know if I use it, if it actually like destroys the relic. I mean, most of the relics at the very least, potentially even all of them. If you use the active effect, nothing happens to it. But it's possible this one might be an exception to that rule. And then I gotta weigh the benefits of, is the plus pop growth speed more useful than a single Gaia world that I could turn it into a Gaia world eventually anyway with technology and just spending time? Yeah, I'll have to do some testing for the last Bool's active effect, but either way, that'll be it for this part. I will see you all next time, but until then, a goodbye and farewell.